Hello, everyone. Dan here from the Next Issue podcast with a little bit some kind of a news update about this World Tree number one comic. So the reason that you're seeing this, you'll see the review again at the end of the video, is that World Tree number one is being re-released. There was some printing issues last week when it was supposed to come out. The stores were supposed to not, hold the comic and destroy the affected um, printing issues. And just real quick to go over some of that stuff. There was a few covers that were misprinted. They were darker than they should have looked overall. So for sure, you're not supposed to get those if you were one of the people that eventually got one of those. Save it, save it. But yeah, it's just gonna be things like some bad coloring, often to the point that the artwork was completely obscured. So obviously they couldn't sell that. uh you know so they're just gonna re-release, or they Image re-released the comic, and that's why you're seeing this video again. So I wanted to preface that, and now please enjoy the review for World Tree number one from Image Comics. Hello, everyone. Dan here from the Next Issue podcast. On today's video, I'll be doing a review for World Tree number one. This is the new book from Image Comics and the subprint Tiny Onion from James Tynion. In this book, let's look at the creators here. The next major horror outing for Eisner Award-winning writer James Tynion IV and Fernando Blanco, along with Eisner Award-winning Jordi Bellaire and Aditya Bidikar, begins here. In 1999, Gabriel and his friends discovered the Undernet, a secret architecture of the internet. They charted their exploration on a message board called World Tree. Then they lost control. Someone broke into World Tree. Someone who welcomed the violent hold of the Undernet had on them. At a great personal cost, Gabriel and the others thought they sealed away the Undernet away for good. They were wrong, and now they will know the meaning of fear. Yeah, here we have a new book. I guess if you've been on the Substack for Tinian, you probably read a lot of this already. But I was very excited about the release of this. There are so many cool variant covers. You'll see some towards the end of the video. But I'm a big fan of James Tynion. And although I am sad that he's no longer writing superhero comics at the moment, I'm very excited for all the stuff he's doing in his own imprint. And this is another one of those items that I wanted to check out. I have not had a chance to read it on the Substack just because there's so many other things going on. And it just makes a lot more sense, so I can actually talk about it when it comes out to the public to reach a larger audience. So, yeah, this book is great. I mean, we have a really cool collaboration between Tinian setting up a fun story about, the internet and the dangers of how that can affect our minds and society. But also, there's more, right? There's almost a supernatural aspect to it. And then you pair that with the beautiful art by Blanco and Belaire's colors. So here, let's take a look at some preview art so you can see what I'm talking about. I love the tones that are used here. They just convey like a really serious tone. I love that they use like things like this word fear, where they're taking normal words and kind of like putting them into a different context. It makes it a little more eerie. And then I just love like random lines here, especially like this red outline here. Very well done. Just it really portrays like the more supernatural aspect of this kind of like technology. It's a little bit weird to understand how the internet really works. I hope we explore that more in the upcoming issues. I may have to read this one more time just to make sure that I'm really understanding everything that's going on as we meet Gabriel. But we also focus on Ellison, and I love the shift in tone for the colors. Um, First of all, this page is really cool, beautiful landscape we have behind the car. And then we get introduced to some of these other characters. I think there's going to be a lot of really interesting characters that are come into play. I think Tinian has demonstrated that he's very adept at working with a larger cast. If you read The Nice House on the Lake, I think that's the perfect example of something like that. This also reminded me a lot of his previous work, Memetic, about the meme that kind of took over the world. Go check that series out if you want a similar vibe. I think you get a lot of that. But this, you can tell how the thesis from that has evolved in like the time that since mimetic was done to now. Tinian folds in all the advances in technology, but also gives it that little like revisiting some of the stuff that happened when they originally discovered, when Gabriel and the group originally discovered the internet. It's really cool. It's a definitely a shift in tone and the art. Even the coloring is like precise, spot on, so you can see that it is a change in a different, like a flashback, right? And as I mentioned, there are so many cool variants for this. I don't even know how to get a lot of these, so I'll be happy to go to the next convention, maybe check some of those out. But let me know what you thought about this issue down in the comments. Let me know what else you're reading from James Tynion, or any other books that are very similar to this kind of tone with a supernatural fear type of vibe. I love reading horror comics, and I think Tynion is one of the best at doing that right now. But there's so many cool creators out there. So, as always, thanks for watching, everyone. Remember to share, like, subscribe, hit the bell so you know when we go live. That is most Saturdays, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. Stay tuned. We have more comic reviews, trailer reactions, TV recaps, all that fun stuff here in the channel. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye.